guys, and welcome back to my take on the Frustrator X. Now, I was messing around with footprints on a build server, and I came up with something for like 5 to 9 man group on 4 vanilla with multi-TC and with Frustrator loot rooms, but I noticed later on that the core of my base is somehow identical to the Frustrator X design. So I checked that design and I took the lootable loot rooms from it, which made my base stronger in terms of rating, of course. And the video was supposed to be out like 6 days ago, but I was having some recording problems, and thank God this happened because after I got it fixed, the building blocks 4.0 went out on staging branch, and I went there to build the base and to check for new stuff, and I noticed that the Phoenix bunker is out of the game somehow, unless you adjust it with some half walls. And this base had like four of them, so I tried to add the half walls and adjust it with the new building blocks, but it just made the bunkers obvious so people can easily ignore it. So I decided to remove the Phoenix bunkers from the design, and here's what I came up with. Enjoy, guys. Entering the base, we have three Alone in Tokyo entrance designs. I replaced those with windows. You could always replace them with embrasures, but this prevents getting shot from outside. You could have the embrasure behind the window and have a hammer with a box. This garage door is meant to increase the door rate cost. Opening both those two doors can form an airlock. This is our first external TC. You have three of those as well. This TC upkeeps only the entrance layer, and this is the upkeep of it. Every TC bunker upkeeps the outer layer. You have three TC bunkers, and this is our first entrance. Those wall frames are meant to add stability to the shooting floor, which we will get to later. And here you could always replace this garage door with the armor door when you have one. Opening both those two doors can form an airlock in here. And opening this garage door, we enter the outer layer. Here we have three identical entrances. We have three of those on every side. You could always put refineries in here in one side, and then have the other side an entrance and the exit, depending on what you like. And you could also put the refineries in the courtyard. Here we have two drop boxes, two drop box loot rooms. Everyone have four boxes. Going down, we have another drop box loot room and another two boxes. Coming up, we have a secondary loot room in here. I used those rooms to put the research table and the repair bench, and then I put 6 furnaces in everyone in here. You can always adjust this. Those vending machines could also be replaced with a tier 2 if you don't have the tier 3 ready when building the base. You have 3 drop downs with this, and covered with armor door, and then you have those undrainable shotgun traps. And going up and down on the ladder is pretty sneaky because you need to practice it, and you can't stand on it, you'll just slide down. Even if the door is closed, you'll just slide down. After destroying, you will get always shotgun trap. Now those boxes are not meant to be code locked. Those boxes are lootable sometimes like the chances are 10%. They go under the stairs. Sometimes they just drop on the stairs, so you can get them looted, but the server automatically unlocks the boxes. Those also are lootable, but those 4 boxes, which needs to contain your most valuable loot, are unlootable. Whenever a box is destroyed, the stash gets destroyed and goes under this armored half wall. So you either need to spend 16 more rockets in here or whatever if you already spent 4 on this, or you either need to destroy this wall frame and or you need to destroy this armored stairs. In TC room, this also can be covered with a window glass. I will be showing how, and it gets sometimes tricky. I will also be showing how. And enough for the first floor. Let's go on the second floor, which is our bedroom floor. This hallway here contains lockers. Those rooms contain 3 beds, a locker in the honeycomb, and this small box. You put whatever you want, extra ammo, extra meds or food or whatever. Every entrance next to the bedroom leads us to either the peak downs or the shooting floor. Here you could have those extra beds just close to the peak downs, because this could be your best bet when getting online raided. Those peak downs are meant to be attached to the inner layer of the base, not the outer layer. So if any wall on here gets destroyed, the peak downs stay in their place. And you could always add siren lights in here, which for some reason is 3 rockets to prevent falling down or laddering up. Jumping up, you have the shooting floor, the main shooting floor in here. You could always separate this, and I forgot to mention that you can also separate the peak down layers with garage doors in here if you would like. You could put a garage door here and garage door here on every layer, so you can have every peak down layer separated. And here you could also separate those with garage doors. Those wall frames are not necessary, but I suggest you add them later on when you're rich, because this adds stability to this layer, which I will be showing you how later on. You could also cover all of this hallway with 6 turrets. You could put a turret on every foundation like this, and one in here, and on the other sides also, and to cover this whole hallway. In this shooting floor, you can jump from it on this jump up, then come here. This is closed. You can close this and put boxes in here to get a better angle on the hallway of the shooting floor. And then you can have here a shooting floor, maybe for helis or for your roof or whatever. Our shooting floor is made from 3 parts, every connected with the 3 layers. You can also separate it with this garage door that I will be showing how in the build. You have 360 peak downs and 360 vision, and you could also have a small tiny peek down from inside the layer. The roof is covered with 6 turrets to prevent people from just getting free control on your roof. You could also fit 6 wind turbines here. I will be showing how after I finish the design. Enough of the base tour, and let's go on the base build. Before we start, I will be upgrading everything to its final state, apart from the shooting floor, but keep in mind that you need a small starter for this base, because this is a multi-DC and the starter in it is different from the Frustrator X, and having this base as a starter is pretty weak in terms of early wipe. So first you want to start with a triangular foundation, then 2 square foundations, 3 square foundations around it, close them off with triangles, then build a triangle on every square foundation. Close them off. Those are going to be our loot rooms, so upgrade them all to metal. And please keep in mind that every upgrade apart from the loot room, like those walls that will be going up, can be delayed, but the loot room can't be, because it will be closed and it can be touched later on. Keep one triangle on the left side or on the right side, wherever you want the DC to be, and upgrade it to armored, and upgrade its wall to armored, and the others should be upgraded to sheet metal. The loot room walls should be upgraded to armored as well. Start building the honeycomb with sheet metal, then close it off with the armored wall. This is going to be our PC room, so we'll keep it open for now. This triangle needs to be sheet metal, because it only acts as a honeycomb for for the loot rooms, upgrade those to armored, then add a half wall in here. Upgrade it to sheet metal and then close it off with the armored wall. Go on top, close this one with sheet metal. Then keep those big because we'll need them later on when we're doing the loot rooms. Close the rest with triangular floors. Then start going half walls around the footprint. Upgrade the ones attached to the loot room to armored, then the rest to sheet metal. Then start adding the honeycomb with sheet metal. Those are not necessarily don't necessarily need to be armored because this will just add to the cost. But if you want to have them armored, this will add to the raid cost from the sides of the base. If you're raiding from this side and they reach this side, they will only open both loot rooms with 16 rockets instead of 8 for the 2 boxes, and then 16 to the full loot room. As before, leave those twig. Start from the chute, add 3 walls to the right, then a wall frame, then repeat 3 walls and a wall frame, then 3 walls and upgrade those to sheet metal, the wall frames to stone, and the chute to the loot rooms to armor. This is going to be our way up for the time being. Jump on the roof, close the rest. Then go back into TC room. When placing TC, you need to be very careful because if you mess it up, you might not be able to reach it later on. So you need to put it in the middle of the triangle, grab it as far as you can, then drag it a little bit here, leave this tiny little bit space, then drag it to the left, build the window. And if you want to make sure that you can access it, you need to build this half wall, then go on top of it, build the U-shaped stairs facing you, and then a wall frame in here. Then you want to check if you could access the code look. If you could access this, then you're good to go. Close this off. Place the garage door facing inwards because if it's placed like this, my graphics won't allow this because they're low now, but on good graphics you can see through this. So you want to have the garage door facing inwards. Same thing here. And when doing the loot rooms, I'm going to start from here. When doing the loot rooms, I want to explain something. The place the code look goes on is this rectangle right in front of us. When you want to place the box, If the rectangle is facing you and you press R, the rectangle goes on the left side. So if you place the box like this on the server, it gets automatically locked. So this is the code lock. The second box needs to be a little bit far so you can access the code lock like this. You need everyone to get authorized on those boxes, because after you close the loot room, no one will be able to access the code locks. I'm gonna build this half wall before adding the other two boxes. You want the rectangle facing left side. You want to grab it as far as you can. Go on the left side. Place. You want to rotate twice so the rectangle goes on the right side, and then you'll have enough space to fit another box. To build the other two loot rooms, you want to build this triangle attached to the triangle we left in the honeycomb. Then grab those two boxes, one on the right side and one on the left side. You want to rotate if you want a code lock. Then leave this twig, build the stairs, upgrade to armored, demolish, and the boxes will remain in their place. After that, add the door frame in here, upgrade it to armored, then upgrade this to armored. The reason we're upgrading this to armored is because those boxes, when destroyed, the stash will go under it, so you need to spend more boom to get the unlootable stashes. When placing the shotgun traps, you want to make sure that one goes here and the other one can go here. This one might be annoying while reaching boxes, so you might want to remove it, but when you want to log off you can add it back on, or those two with the one in here could be enough. This one, you want to place two boxes. You can add two small boxes, but it's up to you how much boxes do you want to add in this half wall. You can still add two small boxes in front of them, and you can access all of the boxes at one time. I'm gonna place one like this, the other one like this, and close. and the fourth shotgun trap can go in here. If available, you want to close this with the armor door. If not, you can close it for now with a sheet metal door. When placing the ladder, this might be a little bit tricky when you want to go up and down. If you are not that much good at jumping, you want to place it like this, but if not, if you're good, you just want to drag it a little bit backwards so it sticks through the floor. Then you can jump in here after adding the half wall. It's a little bit easy if you know how to do it. If not, a little bit of practice can do it. I recommend upgrading those to sheet metal at least, because the garage door is 3 and the wall frame is 4, but when splashing, those might get splashed and get destroyed before the raider could even reach them. You can add the armored garage door here and the turret on top of it. The same goes for the other 2 loot rooms, and also for the TC loot room. They don't differ that much from each other, and I will be skipping putting those boxes, but I will be showing the cost of this phase at the end of this phase. If the level 3 is not available, you can always place the level 2 on top of this, on top of any loot room you want. Upgrade this to wood, and when the level 3 is available and you don't want the level 2, you could always hatchet this out and then destroy the level 2, place another floor in here, upgrade it to armor, and place the level 3 on it. After placing the level 3, you want to go down, place those foundations and roofs, maybe upgrade this to wood. You can upgrade this to metal, but if you don't have the enough resources, you can leave it wood or stone or whatever. You want to build 3 of those so you can jump up to your base, and then in here you can add your sleeping bags, 2 at a time, or whatever you need. And after having all the loot rooms finished and all the garage doors placed with the tier 3 down and all the shotgun traps, this is the upkeep of the first phase. For the second phase, we will be building the externals, and we will be building the layers, the outer layers, and we will have the base compounded so we can speed up the process with some large furnaces by securing it. First, you want to come in here, add this triangle on the right side, then go out 8 foundations, remove the rest, keep the 8th one, go back, come back with 4 half moons, and the last one, upgrade it, remove the rest, then come back with 6 foundations, and the 6th foundation should be the TC bunker. If you wanna close the bunker automatically, you could always place the TC with the code lock facing right side, and then place a shotgun trap in here and put some ammo in it. If someone leaves the bunker open and someone unauthorized comes and jumps on this roof, the shotgun trap will automatically close the bunker by shooting the twig, and the bunker will get closed. You could always upgrade this to stone, but it's better to upgrade them to metal so you can save some resources for later on. You need to repeat the step on the other 2 shoots. You have this one and this one. you need to repeat the step three times. I will be skipping the step so I can save some time. I don't recommend having those stone because it's 7 pickaxes for a TC. I really recommend having them metal because it's first harder, second more expensive. After finishing those external TCs, you want to do your entrances. You want to come to this foundation under the garage door, place a square foundation, then a triangular foundation, go out 8 squares. You want to make sure you can place a TC here. If you can't place it, you'll need to disconnect one of those, so you need to come back, destroy those two, add a triangle here, upgrade to stone, remove those, add the walls, please keep in mind that you can't leave those and log off because right now this is not getting upkept because the TC is not yet connected to the entrance. To connect the TC to the entrance, you need to build the walls. If you upgrade this to armored now, we check the TC, we have the armor. The double doors need to open to inside the entrance because when both opened, as I mentioned, they form an airlock. Then we add the garage door here to increase the door cost, the door rate. When placing the embrasures, you want to make sure that the left leg is not outside because if so, it will block the wall later on. You want to place this one here and the second one, the leg inside, it fits perfectly. Then you want to repeat the same step under every garage door. And forgot to mention that you might want to destroy this wooden roof, so you can add a triangle here if you placed a wooden roof under every garage door. After you finished the 3 entrances, this is what you will be left with. Then after this, you will need 30 high external walls to close the compound. You want to start the left side, line yourself this wall, then go down, holding the wall, go back a little bit, and place it in the middle of the window, so it's not sticking in and not sticking out. Then you want to come into the TC bunker, place this foundation, because this will be so important. When your main TC gets destroyed and you want to place it, you will need to remove those 3 TCs and then you want to destroy those. If you destroy this TC from this side, you won't be able to place it and reach it after because it will just be so far and you won't be able to reach the TC. So to place the TC and be able to reach it, you will need this foundation. You can open the bunker from here, then you can climb up, rotate the TC, place it, then come back, open the bunker, and you will be easily able to access the TC. After placing the foundation, you want to go to the other entrance and do the same. Line yourself with this window wall, then go left until it's blue, go back, put it in the middle, place. Then you want to go back here, flip the wall a little bit closer to you, but pretend that the line is not connecting with the foundation. Place it, then place another straight one. And the third straight one, then go back to the other entrance and do the same. Grab it a little bit towards you, but not connecting step on the 3 other entrances, those 3 layers. After finishing, this is what you are left with. Put your large furnaces. You wanna come in here, you can fit 4 in here or 3, whatever you like. You can start from here with 2. You place another 2 here. But I recommend putting 3 and a little bit to the right, so you can put a turret in here and a turret in there if available, to protect the furnaces while you're speeding up your process. And after placing those 4 furnaces, this is the resources we've spent after putting all the woods. Moving into phase 3, I will be assuming you guys have everything needed to finish the base. We will be finishing the core of the base, then we're building the outer layer to close the base off. And on the fourth phase, we will be building the shooting floor. But I will be building now everything to its final state, which is metal. This is why the cost will be a little bit high, but keep in mind everything that can be delayed, you can delay it and finish it off later on. First, you want to start with the floors you build under the garage door. After removing the roof, you want to add a triangular foundation here, then a square, then a triangle, then a triangle in here. Do the same on the other side. A honeycomb, then a square, then a triangle, then a square, then a honeycomb. Repeat it here also. Upgrade those to metal. Then on this triangle you need to add a foundation square. Upgrade this to stone. Then you want to come to the foundation, build a wall frame on it, upgrade it to stone, do it on the other side as well, and the third one. Then you want to do the following. Repeat this step on those other sides. Then you want to go on your roof and close this off. Behind the armored wall, you might want to close it off, because this will increase the cost to reach CC if they're raiding from this garage door. Then I will be doing the second 2 loot rooms. They're identical, so I'll be showing one and skipping the other one. And the left side is just identical in the TC room to this room. I recommend upgrading this to metal, so you lower the chances of pickaxing in an offline raid. The garage door in here needs to be inwards, because if placed outwards, you could see in here upgrade this to metal as well. Then you want to come here, build this wall floor, and this floor as well. Upgrade both to metal. Build a wall frame, or before you want to build a half wall for the loot room. Then build a wall frame. Also, this needs to be facing inwards so you can see from inside. Then you can add a wall frame in here with a garage door facing inside. To repeat those steps on the two other entrances. After finishing all the loot rooms, you might want to start building the outer layer. When building the outer layer, you want to start with a triangle on every side, then a foundation, then a triangle to the left, then a foundation, then a triangle. Repeat this step. To build the entrances, you want to locate this triangle you build first, go to the foundation, place a stone wall frame, then a sheet metal wall frame, and another one in here. If you want to place this shop front with this box facing inwards, you might want to place it now, because when you place a wall in here, you might not be able to rotate it when the wall is sheet metal. Wow. Then you want to go 3 stories high. Then you want to close the top of your entrance. Add the garage doors and the shop fronts. Then you want to come to this square on every side. Place those wall frames to add stability. They don't need to be metal. Those need to be stone because stone is thinner and they can tighten this gap in here. And you want to come back, build 2 stories high walls and a wall frame on top. And repeat the step on the other sides. Then you want to come on your roof, locate this triangle, place a wall frame, then 4 walls, then a wall frame, and then 4 walls, then a wall frame and 4 walls. After that, you want to jump in here, build this triangle attached to this wall frame. We will add stability to this later on in the 4th phase. You want to start closing this up. On this floor, those need to be attached to the outer layer. because this is going to be your hallway of the shooting floor, and if this is attached to this wall, there will be some peek downs on you, either to the honeycomb. If you're going to honeycomb this, you can attach it to that wall. If not, you need to have it attached to this, because this will have a little peek down on the garage doors beneath. You want to close this with garage doors. You want to go on top of any garage door. Start with a triangle, then 2 squares, then 2 triangles. Do this on the other side. Add 2 triangles on here, then 2 squares, then add 2 squares on the right, on the left side. Close them off, and then you need to leave this closed like this. If you want to have a shooting floor before your main shooting floor is up, you want to come in here, repeat this on every entrance, then add the garage door up here, and then 4 windows, then a wall frame, then 4 windows, and a wall frame, then 4 windows. This will give you access to the area inside you, and later on to your hallway and to your roof. And after finishing this floor with the stone, this is the resources we've spent so far. To move on the last phase, we are going to add our entrances, and we're going to add our peek down floor, and then we're going to add our shooting floor. First, you want to start with the entrances. You want to repeat the step on every entrance. You want to add a wall frame in here, then in here, and in here, and here. You want to complete the rest with walls. You could add an oil refinery in here and leave the other side for the exit and the entrance. But if you want to add the oil refinery, make sure you place the garage doors before, because later on it will block the garage door placement, and you might need to remove it to place the garage door. Here you want a wall frame, a floor frame, and then you want the ladder hatch for your first drop boxes. You want to go up, attach those triangular floors to this wall frame. Repeat on the other side, then build a half wall from here. Wall frames and close them off. And here also, this needs to be attached to the core, not to the outer layer. To separate every layer, you want to come to those wall frames, add 2 garage doors, then if available, you want to add 2 chain link fences up here. It might look a little bit role playing, but it's actually so useful because if someone gets this layer, the only space he gets to run around with is the part of the peak down you'll have in here, and you'll also have garage doors in here. After adding the garage doors, this is the space that you're left with. If you blow from those walls, this is what you get. And you will have a separate peak down layer above it. After finishing all the entrances, I'm gonna do the shooting floor. You wanna locate on every layer. You wanna come to this triangle, build a floor, then 2 triangular floors, then 2 floors, then 2 floors on the right side and the left side. And you wanna repeat this on every layer. Here, this one needs to be attached to the other layer, then another floor, then a floor, triangular floors, floor, 2 triangular floors, a floor, floor. On every end of a layer, you want to have a wall frame to separate every shooting floor layer. And to show you the footprint of the shooting floor, it's easier to show from the top. And I'm going to upgrade the one you're gonna start with to metal. Start locating your doors. Keep in mind that the door needs to open outwards. I upgraded the shooting floor to metal because it's better, because it does have more durability against helis and against raids. To close the shooting floor off, you want to locate this square, build a doorway, close it off, then close this one, and add a doorway here, and repeat the same on the other side. Same thing for this layer. And then now you can close the roof. The the shooting floor finished, we're going to do the peek downs now. You want to come to any entrance, start with this floor triangle, then another floor triangle attached to this wall frame. You want to come here, move this, then add another, and then you might want to build up to this wall. Triangle, then a half wall, then a triangle, you move the rest, build half a circle, then add a triangle in here, attached to the wall. Like you can see it, you need to be very careful because like this is wrong. When it comes out like this is right. Two here, then a floor, then a triangle, and repeat on the other layers. To close this off, you can simply add a garage door in here and another garage door. And you can also separate your peek down layer like this. You might notice a gap on the roof in here. You can close it off like this. I've been adding two garage doors to separate this layer. It will be completely closed. Oops. To do the roof, you want to start from here. And to do a safe jump up to your roof, you can add this, then another garage door in here, close it off, fill it with half walls for that, and close it off. And this can act like a sort of airlock for you with two shotgun traps facing outwards, so if someone is camping you, you can always trap them in here. To place 6 wind turbines on the roof, you want to start from any entrance in here, go as high as you want. This triangle needs to be towards the center of the base. You want to place it as far as you can. The second one can go here. you can, but make sure it doesn't touch this triangle, because when this triangle gets destroyed, it might destroy the wind turbine as well. You can place it in here. The third one can go on those triangles. And the fourth one can be placed in here. The fifth one can be placed in here, and the sixth one can be placed on any two of those three triangles. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoy. I really hope you can send me feedbacks on the base. This is the final cost of the base, and I will be showing after it the upkeep of the base combined. This is the full cost of the base, of course, with the final phase. This is every deployable and every building block, and I will be showing now the total and combined upkeep of the TCs.